Hello everyone. Today I'm here to discuss the MCQs on certain important topics that is very useful to the students of graduation classes of commerce and other backgrounds, that is the balance sheet and the profit and loss account. So let's start the MCQs. There are assets which should have been classified as current assets but as on date cannot be made so. Book debts above 6 months do not form the part of the operating cycle. Investment in subsidiaries, so these should be current assets but for the time being they are not. Which of the following is not a characteristic of an asset? It must have physical substance. It is not mandatory because intangibles, assets like goodwill do not have physical existence. Which is true about fixed assets? They are block assets, they are capital, they can be converted, they cannot be converted into cash in near future easily because they are long term and they are fixed and they depreciate. So all of the above are true. Current liabilities comprise of sundry creditors, we have bills payable, so it is in this format that they are. What is not true about intangibles? They do not form the part of tangible net worth. So it is not true they form part of the tangible net worth is not true. Which of the following elements is to calculate profits? So we do it COGS, machinery, closing stock and goodwill. So except for machinery, COGS, that is cost of goods sold, closing stock is a part of your profit and not machinery and goodwill, they are assets. Contingent liabilities come under the balance sheet. They do not appear anywhere in the balance sheet. They are disclosed in footnotes. Which of the following is incorrect? Outstanding expenses is not a current asset. It is a liability. It is a current liability. Which of the following is liability for the business? So it is trade payable. A firm buys products but does not pay to the suppliers instantly, so there will be current liabilities, accounts payable. Current assets is also called as gross working capital. The term financial statements, P&L and balance sheet. Goodwill reflecting in the balance sheet is intangible. This is an example of XYZ firm balances on 31st March 2023. Machinery, inventory, trades payable, loan, bank overdraft, and the capital is 32,000. How it is 32,000? Because if I add on fixed assets and the liabilities and minus the liabilities, so 45,000, 7,000 is 52,000, and minus the trade payables, loan and bank overdraft, which is equivalent to 20,000. So 52,000 minus 20,000 is 32,000. So this is the net asset approach, what we call to the calculation. P&L, profit and loss, is prepared for a certain period of time. Current assets comprising of these in this particular order. Under working capital financing, the customer is actually raising finance for funding the current assets. COGS is cost of goods sold. Opening stock minus the GP can be the formula, and opening stock plus cost of production minus the closing stock can be the formula. What types of expenses are in gross profit? We have the general, financial and the selling expenses. Net sales includes the cash and the credit sales in case of bankruptcy, the common stock and below the debt. So first the debt will be paid, then preferred stock, and then we pay the common stock. So above the common stock is preferred and below the debt is preferred. Preference share capital, what we call. Equity share capital is divided into authorized, issued, subscribed and paid up. So these are the categories. Which of the following is true about preference share capital? It has preference over the payment of the capital as well as the payment of dividend. So that is why they are known as preference shares. Okay. Then preliminary expenses is an example of deferred. Deferred means the one that can be written off over a period of time. For example, advertisement expenses, because they are huge expenses. They are not capital expenses, they are revenue in nature, but they can be written off over a longer period of time, say 10 years. So that nature, half revenue, half capital, is known as deferred revenue. So I hope these MCQs were useful to you. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more such MCQs. Thanks for now.